Hello guys, welcome back. It's your host CF here. Today I'll be talking about a Donghua that was released back in 2020 called Swallowed Star, which I'm sure many of you guys recognize. This is undoubtedly one of the most underrated post-apocalyptic Donghua that is still on par with the modern Donghua graphics these days. So the Donghua starts off with our MC Luo Feng. In the chaos-ridden remnants of a world ravaged by the Great Nirvana, where mutated beasts reigned outside the safety of human settlements, Luo Feng dreamed not of luxury or fame, but of freedom, from poverty, from fear, and from the constraints that held back his family. His father, once a delivery man, and his younger brother was disabled on a wheelchair. Luo Feng worked tirelessly as a student, training his body and sharpening his mind with the singular focus of lifting his family out of despair. His skills caught the attention of a local dojo of limits, and soon after, Luo Feng was recruited as a fighter, one of humanity's few defenders against the monstrous threat outside the safety zones. The world had entered a new era, where physical strength and combat prowess were humanity's currency for survival. Becoming a fighter changed everything. With his first earnings from missions outside the base of city, Luo Feng did what many wouldn't. He immediately used the money to retire his parents and secure a better life for them and his brother. He moved his family into a comfortable, protected residence, shielding them from the chaos of the outside world. But this success came at a cost. As he grew stronger and began to participate in increasingly dangerous missions, he started to earn not just respect, but envy. Other fighters, particularly those who had once looked down on him as a mere civilian, began to see him as a competition. Conflict was inevitable. During joint missions, tension flared. Arguments escalated into open brawls. However, his real trial came unexpectedly, and from within society itself. During a solo mission, Luo Feng was forced into a confrontation with the spoiled son of a powerful government official. The man, attempting to use authority to assert dominance over a civilian evacuation point, endangered lives. Luo Feng, acting on an instinct and moral conviction, intervened. The clash turned violent. In the chaos, the official's son died by Luo Feng's hand. News spread quickly, twisted by influence and corruption, painting Luo Feng not as a hero but a criminal. A massive bounty was placed on his head. For days, he was hunted like a beast by hired mercenaries, fighters greedy for the reward, and corrupt officials. But Luo Feng was no longer the weak youth he once was. He used every skill, every ounce of spiritual force to survive. He outmaneuvered and outclassed his pursuers, defeating many and forcing the world to witness the strength of his convictions. It was in the aftermath of his manhunt that his reputation reached the ears of Hong, the most powerful man on earth, the founder of the dojo limits, the first to transcend human limits, and a symbol of hope in a crumbling world. Rather than reprimand Luo Feng, Hong saw promise. He extended an invitation to Luo Feng to join the dojo's elite training camp, a mysterious institution where the most talented fighters and spirit readers were gathered and honed into legends. The training camp, hidden from the public and brutally rigorous, was a place where only the strongest survived. Here, Luo Feng met others just like himself, young, powerful, and ambitious. Some welcomed him, others viewed him as a threat. But none could deny his strength, especially after the duel with a top-ranked trainee where his use of telekinetic blades and rapid footwork overwhelmed an opponent considered nearly invincible. And then came the day Luo Feng met Hong himself, a towering, enigmatic figure with a presence that bent the very air around him. In Hong's presence, Luo Feng felt like an ant facing a god. But Hong didn't speak in arrogance. Instead, he spoke of destiny, of war against the monsters that threatened mankind, of the responsibility that came with power. He told Luo Feng that the future was rapidly approaching a tipping point, and that only those willing to bear the burden of humanity's survival. The moment marked a turning point for Luo Feng, not just in strength, but in purpose. No longer just a boy trying to make money or protect his family, Luo Feng resolved to become a warrior for all humanity, to push his limits far beyond what anyone thought possible, and to face the darkness of the universe head on. Alright guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to not miss part 2 of where Luo Feng becomes the top 3 strongest on earth and fights for the extinction of mankind. See you guys later.